feeling? We've already heard some concerns from some of them about being exposed. We can certainly imagine there could be some security concerns. Do you think that the judge will end up making the decision to sequester the jury?
He could. I mean, I think it would just depend on how far things go astray as they move forward. I mean, no juror likes to be in this situation. I mean, you think about it, they're everyday folks. This is not, except for the lawyers maybe on the jury, that we have two on this jury. This is not how they make their living. This is what they do every day. Lawyers forget that we may be comfortable in a courtroom that jurors are not, and certainly when they're under this type of pressure in this type of case. I mean, you'd have to do much to realize the import of the case that they were going to be hearing, especially when they're talking about weeks of trial going forward. So if somebody starts putting out addresses, if they start revealing identities, if there are things that they can point to in social media, those are the kind of things that I think the judge may, in fact, say, look, just to keep the trial clean, we're going to sequester the jury. He has seemed to be averse to doing that, and I think that's smart, frankly, in this kind of case thus far. But if things get too out of hand, he certainly has that option.
Norm, the former president has said that he would consider testifying himself. If you were the former president's attorneys, what would you be telling him?
I would tell him, if you do that, I'm quitting. I would throw my body in front of the speeding train because it's a terrible idea.
Why?
Donald Trump cannot open his mouth without risking a lie. The Washington Post found over 31,000 lies during the pendency of his presidency. He's standing there, coming out of court every day, saying the most outrageous, inaccurate, and false things, just a few feet away from where we reporters and analysts are sitting and watching. So I think it's extremely perilous that Donald Trump makes his own case worse, compromises himself in front of the jury. That's in the liability phase. That's in terms of held guilty or not. But then there's a sentencing that will come after that if he is held guilty. And the one thing judges hate more than anything else is when a defendant gets on the stand and lies to them and their juries. So it considerably worsens his peril at sentencing, which I think is already significant. I have a piece in the New York Times today saying he could face a risk of getting a jail sentence here. If he testifies, he makes that a lot more likely.
A lot easier for the prosecution. Norm Eisen, Michael Moore, thank you both for previewing what is going to be an extraordinary few weeks ahead. And a note, as Norm mentioned, he's going to be in the courtroom every single day, and he's going to be providing a legal expert's take on those developments for CNN Opinion. That starts tomorrow with the opening statement, so look for that on CNN.com. Thank you both